Yeah, no worries, guys. I don't think I'm having a bit of struggle town with it anyway. All right, so if this works, hoping Australasian Superskips round. Oh, gee, what are we? I think we're round 7. What sort of grid have we got? 25 tonight, which is pretty small. What do I qualify? 9th. Not again. This track's not very popular, is it? New Hampshire. What do we got? I don't even know. Why am I changing everything? How much we got? 35 laps. Alright, I better get on there and should set up my fuel.
Concertina back here, guys.
Oh, they were waiting for me. Oh, I'm really unready for this. Very unprepared. I really want to be on the right, but I'm not going to get there now because I missed the start.
Right side. Clear.
This is going to be a parking lot. Who have I got? Graham on my right. Which I really wanted to be on the right myself, but if I...
Still there. 3 wide. On your right. 1 on. Clear.
I think I just lost 2 positions there because I was fapping about so much.
Well done, everyone.
No, don't look there. I just didn't want to run up the back of someone.
Still there.
Miraculous.
Still there. Clear.
Far out. I don't know about miraculous. I think the standard of driving here tends to be pretty good. So
Just teamwork, mate. Go and get some points.
Dennis is pretty quick behind me, so
Sorry, Mark, didn't see you there.
I don't want to kill Dennis. I think I was just talking to him in Discord before. He's in the channel at the moment, if I'm not mistaken.
Still there at your door. Clear, clear, clear.
That's getting the drive out of the corner. That's good. I've had some good races with Dennis in recent times.
No, I won't catch him up, mate. I won't pass.
Okay. I'll do my best, mate. It's Mick in front. And did you say Barry was streaming? Well, I want to try and be the first streamer tonight. Oh, come on. Take a corner right. Well, to be honest, I'm not usually in the top 10 this early in the race. It's usually my goal at the end of the race. Horrendously disorganised today, so that's hurt me. I'm glad to hear he's loving it. He seems fully engaged, which is good. Well, Barry's taken the wide line there, which I don't think is the optimal line. What's he, 2.2? I can't be any closer next lap. Oh no, we've got someone coming back at us.
Left side.
Oh, what happened to Mick there? Mick Watson. He's an international driver, if I'm not mistaken. How's the picture quality? Is it still all jumpy? I'm going to bet it is. The window capture worked the other day when I was
when
I was following Nim around for the podcast the other day, but if it's still jumpy. Yeah, that's right. Simon will be streaming. He's actually my teammate in this event. I think we're up to 3rd in the team standings. How's the picture going now? Is it any better? You might be better in front, Dennis. I'm not catching him.
Around the left of you.
On your left. Clear.
We didn't do that very well. Sorry, mate. Come. Ah, sorry.
It's all good. Sorry, Brad. Was in the wrong gear coming back in.
Well, I didn't mean to take him out, but I set him back a bit. I wasn't actually expecting him to try and go there. I was going to get him to pass on the next lap. Oh, that wasn't an off track. Just put my head down a bit. See how I get the drive out of the corner there?
I'm going to be bringing a friend, Alex.
That's all good, mate. I figure I owe you one anyway.
Oh, come on, mate. It's not like that.
Well, that's of course if he can catch me. Although, look at that, he's pulling me in around there. I find that the intervals can be a bit sketchy at times around here. Not as accurate as you might think. Yeah, I got a YouTube, but I do it under the top split is where I post things these days. I'm still toying with cutting the channel over to the top split brand and streaming on that. Oh, I tell you what, you don't want to cut any more than that, do you? That helps. Well, it didn't seem to slow him down any, did it? Young Barry. I want to catch Mick. I like racing with Mick. I don't often get one up on him, so I want another shot at the title. Oh gee, you've only got to add a really tiny bit of fuel apparently. Hopefully, because I'm not running behind anyone, I won't have to worry about the numbers being out because of the draft. Oh, he's gone past around the outside. Nice pass. That's cooperative driving that's getting me back into it. Wow, thank you very much. Oh, that's a terrible exit. Thank you for the follow, Pascal. Much appreciated. Yeah, thanks, Brindy, man. I think the unfortunate side effect of having more of us streaming those is no one left watching. Because anyone who'd be watching is either racing or streaming. Because the US guys and the Europeans, that was a terrible corner by the way, tucked up in their little beds.
Sorry, Darren, did I drift out into you there?
Oh, I'm losing time to Mick now. Now that
Yeah, a
Barry's
little
gone
bit.
through.
Okay now. It's alright. It's all good.
Sorry, I was trying to hold it down low.
No, I brushed the wall and it served my steering. It's okay, it's all good, mate. Partly my fault anyway.
Looks like I'm losing time to Mick now.
Okay, cheers.
Yeah, that's right. Although I'm on VDSL too. I was saying the other day when I was doing this that I contacted my ISP because when we moved in 2 years ago, we knocked down our old house and rebuilt this one. And when we hooked up, they'd upgraded the Transact network where I'm in Canberra to VDSL 2, which, you know, theoretical speeds of up to 60 meg and whatever up. And I was getting 55 down and 8 meg up. 8 meg would be plenty, right? But now I'm down to getting 40 meg down and 2 meg up. So I'm going to get them back out again. But I think the main problem tonight is that I fiddled around with something I shouldn't have. And I didn't have time to fix it. So apologies for the quality tonight. Bandwidth I don't think is the issue tonight. I think it's just how I've set it up. He probably needs it at this stage, doesn't he? Tell you what, the only way I'm going to catch Mick is in the pits.
And what are you coming back on the track like that for?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, again, I don't want to cut that much, but I got away with it. Yeah. 2 meg. Oh, look, like I said, I think because I stuffed around with my capture settings. Oh, did Simon just take Ken out? Did he accidentally? Oh, that was terrible. Mick's just driving away from me. Oh, people in the pits. Sorry to see that.
Well, thank you very much.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I think I'm playing with fire there in terms of getting a slowdown.
You go, Dennis, you go.
Oh, looks like maybe Dennis got a slowdown.
Thanks, Bob.
That's a bit better. Thank you for the follow. Can I get it? Toot toot. You sure can, man. I think I just gave you one. That's going to keep me laughing for a while. Oh, okay, a little bit less that time. Well, there's some tyre marks there. Running off onto the inside of the exit. Oh, did he do a crazy rejoin? Yeah, Ken sort of alluded to that. I'll have to have a look in the replay. It was interesting. It just sort of occurred to me. As far as I'm aware, despite the sort of pile up and stuff last week, I'm not aware that we got any protests out of the Bathurst round, which is interesting. A big red car. Oh, come on, come on. Oh. Got to slow down enough to turn on that corner. Oh, Dennis and Brad are dropping off a bit. Not sure what happened there. And Mick's going away. Well, bit boring footage at the moment until I make some monumental stuff up in the pits when I have to go in. Thanks, man. The podcast, yeah, it did go out today, episode 4 of the Top Split. Yeah, the Top Split went out today, episode 4 with Nim Cross. Speaking of protests. Oh, you had to, you were 10 seconds away. Hope you waited your half an hour. I didn't know about that. On the interview, Nim talked about strategies they have to minimise the number of what are called frivolous protests. Excuse me. I didn't know they had a half-hour cooling-off period, which was interesting. I think that's actually a really wise move. Let the dust settle and the mist fade a bit. Quite sensible. Like one of those, you know, I don't know about you, but every now and then you want to send an email to someone at work that you think you might regret. I tend to put them away. I usually type them up, but quite often don't send them. And I think that's the strategy behind the 30-minute thing. Nice. Glad to hear it. Yeah, the podcast's pretty good. It's a long one this time. I think I went for an hour 20. Well, you should listen to Nim. He'll tell you all about what happens. We went through the process itself, what he does, and also the philosophies and behind it and how it all works. I think, yeah, I was pretty impressed actually, both with Nim and the approach that they take. He's a really articulate guy, actually. I should actually oh, and I want the fast repair. I've got to hit that one. And then, I've got to do that. Alright, I think I'm set. Yep. Jeepers, that's what you call not concentrating. Dennis is coming back at me now, isn't he? Got to concentrate a bit. Jeepers, that's a big block of text that just came up, mate. Sorry, I may not be able to read that. I'm having enough trouble staying on the track as it is. And Dennis is catching me. I need to put together a couple of laps. I'll try to. It's a better exit. Yeah, thanks, Sam. Oh, tell you what, don't even have a lot of time to grab a drink to try and clear the frog in my throat. There we go. Better drive out of there. Gee, Mick's clearing out. I may not be able to get him in the pits. Still only on that. Look, JRT's telling me half a litre of fuel. Oh, did I? No, oh good. I saw that cone spit out the back. I was worried I was hanging on to it there. I've seen that this week. JRT's telling me half a litre of fuel. I'm going to chuck a litre in to be sure. Yeah. Yeah, bad luck, Simon. Well, I only just did my best lap at 108.9, so which is down on my qualifying, I think, and my best qualifying lap was undrafted, so yeah. Anyway, oh, Dennis has dropped back, and Brad's gone with him. A little bit of the pressure off. Either of that, or I've just been setting lightning laps. Which is obviously not the case. Hey DJ, Dennis, how you going, mate? Thanks for joining. Oh, sorry about the quality of the vision, mate. I fiddled with the settings tonight and stuffed them up, so it is what it is. I'll have a look. Oh, there's another off track. I don't know, I was pretty impressed by him, Dennis. Remember that one that happened to you that I spoke to you about at, was it one of the Italian tracks? Was it Imola? Where that guy, you were leading the race by miles, and the guy just turned India, and I submitted something as well, some video of it. Did you ever get a result out of that? Yeah, it was Imola, wasn't it? Not very quick through there, am I? Oh dear. That was terrible. Oh, I'll tell you what. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dennis. Oh, I'm glad it looks good. Oh, good. Glad to hear it. Because I fiddled around with stuff at the start and I botched it all up. I just need to get back to where I was. Where it was only my bandwidth and not my brains that were the limitation. I'm keeping Dennis behind me in the race, aren't I? Tell you what, it doesn't matter what the quality is. This isn't an exciting race to watch, really, is it? 4 seconds behind me and better part of 7 seconds in front. I may as well be running solo practice laps. Hopefully the pit stops will make that a bit more interesting. I've got 13 laps of fuel left though. Oh, I got on the gas a bit early there on the wrong angle. I like taking the second most inside lane around the oval section. I feel like you get the best drive out of it. Might not be the slowest through the mid part of the corner, but I feel like it's really the strongest on exit, which, you know, I don't know if it is the most important thing, but I find it works really well for me there. Dennis, well, there's two parts to that, mate. One, participation on this track is diabolical, and two, of the people that turn up, mate, you're probably 2 seconds faster. Yeah, that's right. You would have been leading them all. You're 100% right. Oh, an engine blow. I've seen a couple of engines go. I've only done 4 races here this week, but I've seen an engine go. They got punted as well. Let me guess, you got punted into the first hairpin? Oh, he's let Brad go through. Excuse me. Oh, what did I change to 5th there? Turn 2. Oh, not the hairpin. So what's still on the oval section? Oh, come on. You gotta, you gotta stop before you can turn. Oh, did Dennis go into the pits? Tell you what, I'm not getting that corner right at all. Oh, right, oh yeah, I think I saw you. I watched a bit of your races there. I was watching one where you had you and Tyson Meyer in there. Yeah, it's a good track, I think. I enjoy that track. That's actually where I did my first ever league race. The predecessor to this series, the old ANZ Skippy League, which folded a while back. I did around there at Gilles Villeneuve. Yeah, it's a love it or loathe it kind of track, isn't it?
No, Vic. I got bench steering.
I was saying to the other Dennis who's in this race before that this one kind of reminds me a bit of Oran Park in terms of its popularity. But the thing that really gets me about this track is everyone on the forums is always complaining about draft tracks and how much they hate them, and then this is really not a draft to pass track at all, and yet nobody turns up. Bit of an irony in that. It's the same with Oran Park. Oran Park, I think, is a really technical track. You know, it's closed now, Oran Park. I used to go there as a kid when I lived in Sydney. My mother used to be involved in the timekeeping. When timekeeping wasn't all electronic, you know what they used to do at the tracks in the olden days was they'd click a timing register. Like a button that sort of said as each car went by, he'd hit the button and it'd record a time, and then he'd have a bunch of people trying to rattle off the numbers in order as the cars went by, and then he'd have the people involved in the timing after the race marrying up all the numbers to the times. A far stretch from what they do today, of course.
Got 10 laps to go.
And then they took a step up, and they added someone keying in the numbers into like a, I don't know what you call them. You know, they were like calculators, and they probably still have them. People doing bookwork would probably use them, where you type in the number and hit enter, and it spits out on a roll of paper out the back. And my mother used to do that because she was good at touch typing. And as people would call out the numbers instead of writing them down,
I was
she'd...
just flipped off due to lightning. I don't know how I'm still connected.
No. Yeah, so they'd call out the numbers and she'd be keying them into this machine that spat them out, and then they'd marry them all up to the times. Fascinating to think how far we've come. Yeah, you're right, Brindy man. Some people don't like Rovals. I kind of like this one, if I'm honest. We were saying in last year's broadcast for the Monday Night Lights when we were here that this is, I think, probably the only Roval where the, you know, what you usually class as the road section is not in the infield. Look, as you go across here, you're spewing outside the extremity of the oval, and the more traditional road circuit of the part, or road portion of the circuit, is exterior to the oval. Quite unique in that regard. It also allows for all this elevation change that, you know, for those who like the track, makes it quite popular. Of course, if you're on the infield of the oval, you're not going to get any elevation change, so other than of course smashing your front suspension if you came onto a return onto the oval on a highly banked bit. Oh, Alex, come on, concentrate. Stop telling stories. And my pit strategy here is I've got about 5.9 laps of fuel left, 5.8 now. What I tend to do is try not to stuff up corners like that, is just run until I run out of gas, because I'm always worried about taking damage down the track and wasting my fast repair and having to go back in. So I just run till she runs out of legs and go in earlier if I need to repair damage, you know. Probably not the most complicated of strategies, but you know, is what it is. And that way, if you get, you know, if you pitted early and you got damage, you'd have to go in for 2 stops, whereas if you just wait till either you're out of gas or you take damage to go in, which is what happened to me at Bathurst, the damage part, you only still have to pit once, hopefully. No, I'm not South African. I do not speak Afrikaner. Sorry, that's my terrible version of a South African accent. No, I'm Australian, mate.
Hi, Brad. Hi, mate.
Brad and Dennis back together.
Start spotting that entrance. We do have to stop one more time still.
That's my few laps to go of fuel warning. I've got 4.5 as it stands. Laps worth of fuel. And so I'm not going to try a Swedish accent. The only thing I can think of is the Swedish chef off the Muppets, and I feel that I'd be somewhat insulting to the Swedes that might be watching.
Thanks, guys. Making it easier, eh? Much appreciated.
Are those lap guys letting Mick past easy? That's not fair. Well, it is really, of course. Oh, Alex, that's so close. course, now I'm worried that Brad and Dennis, who have pitted, what are they, 30 seconds behind? Oh, they might have passed me in those
Leaders on
stops,
pit
you
road.
know. Mr. Whitten into the pits. Is he leading? I can't see. Oh, you know what else I've done? I've no doubt left all the overlays behind this monitor. Oh, classic. You're not seeing any of the overlays, are you? That's hilarious.
5 laps to go this time, bye.
Oh, sorry. Oi. Lots of cars coming out.
Left side. Clear, clear. On your left. Still there. Clear, clear, clear.
Gonna let him go.
Right side.
I got a pit, so
Clear if you need it.
those guys are fighting for the lead, so, or the front anyway.
Leaders on pit road.
So I don't want to get in their way. That's what that was about. I want to hold them up. I'll see if I can hang on to the back. Wonder if Luke's panicking now that I'm in front of him. Well, he's probably sensible enough to know that I haven't pitted. I think it's about time I pitted, actually. Only got 1.6 laps of fuel left, so.
Alright, buddy. Hustle around and pit this time. Pit this time.
Well,
We
you're
still
the
need one more pit stop, just so you know.
you're the boss. Pitting this
On the
time.
right. Keep coming.
This should be interesting. Thank you.
Thanks, Simon.
No,
Alright,
Ben.
we're away. Sorry for that. I invariably stuff up. Exiting pits now. Where am I in the order of things? Somewhere about where I went in. Long way behind Mick in front of me, and well, probably a bit further in front of Brad and Dennis behind me, but wish. Well, laps to
2 laps to
go.
go, 2
Two.
laps to go.
Oh, jeepers. Oh, there you go. Really was just a splash and dash, wasn't it? Well, I have to say, you lot have kept me thoroughly entertained and distracted throughout the race. So this thing's gone past at 1,000 miles an hour. I didn't realise any of that. Maybe it's better that I wasn't thinking of the strategy. So I'm in 8th. I think I qualified in 9th, so I'm up 1 spot maybe. I can't see any of my overlays. No, I can't tell. I'm sorry if I'm missing chat. I'm only sort of glancing at it once or so of that.
Coming to the white flag.
Oh, that's a shame. If you're talking about Simon quitting, he just would have been angry at himself, I think. White flag. Mick and Luke are having a battle. I wonder what happened to Luke. Either that or he was, or Mick's having a stellar race. I suppose me being within 7 seconds of Luke means I'm having a stellar race too. Yeah. Simon doesn't like doing stuff like that. He wouldn't have meant it and he would have been beating himself up about it. We'll go back and have a look at it. I just know what happened to Luke.
Sorry, Martin. I don't know where to go.
Right. Sorry, Kevin, that wasn't your fault, totally.
Well, that's another top 10 finish. Done that in all but one of these that I've competed in. One of them I stuffed my pit stop entirely and
Checker flag.
well,
That was good. That was good.
On the finish.
Oh man, that was tough up the end there, Matt. Enjoyed it.
Sorry about the mix-up before, Dennis. Wasn't expecting to come up there, and I would have left room otherwise. Well,
As your plan all along, mate. Lure me into a false sense of security, give me the wave through, and then block me.
I was just contemplating the wave through. Sorry, mate. I was going to let you through on the straight the next time round. Sorry about that. All right.
Good, mate.
Let's. Where's young Simon?
Oh, guys. Those guys I was holding up for the last 6 or 7 laps, I'm so sorry, but you were all quicker than me, but I got a sniff of some points.
15-second penalty. Well, there you go.
Hey, you don't have to apologise, we're used to it.
Luke got a 15-second penalty.
Mate, there are people like that every race they ever run do that. You know,
Why, thank
occasionally,
you very much.
last 2 laps, nobody's going to hold it
Let's,
against you.
actually, while I'm here...
Yeah, except it was the last half dozen here, and I knew they were all quicker
No,
than
no,
me,
you
and
can
I was
see the
running from
overlays,
Graham
that's
and
good.
Russell with
I just
steam
couldn't
coming
see
out of their
mine.
ears. I wasn't
Alright.
blocking, I was just
Let's,
going my normal pace and trying not to offer anyone an opportunity.
let's see what happened to...
My normal pace is just slower than theirs.
I was going to see
No,
what happened
but there
to
is,
Simon.
Yeah, any normal race during the week I wouldn't do it, but you know, when there's 3 places on the line in a championship.
Oh, he would have stuffed up in the pits, I think, mate. Thank you for the follow. Who ate my face cake? Oh, gosh. There's some classic names tonight.
Got a couple of
Thank you for the follow.
donuts also, so this is pretty much just Monday night.
I'm just going to see if I can find...
Yeah. Well, we're into drop weeks now, and my 2 worst are...
I'll turn that off for a minute so I can think. Where's his... There's probably this lap here where he's had problems, I'd suggest. Let's have a look. Oh, gosh. Oh, yeah. Well, that's... I don't know. Oh, he's copped... Yeah, so he's yeah, you know, you're probably going to have to give that up there. Although it's quite ambitious at the same time. You probably do have to give that up. And I wonder if this is the re-entry everyone was talking about. Yep, that's going to be the re-entry in question. Oh dear. Oh no. That's... Yeah, I can see why he's upset. Oh, who's that? He's turned over. Darren. He's coming on. And he's trying to go into the pits. And then, who's that, Russell? No, that's Ken. That's why Ken was upset. Bang. Oh, no. I'm sorry I'm laughing. That's no good, is it? No. Oh dear. Shall we see where Luke got his penalty? Why don't we go back to the start and we'll see if there's any incidents. That's Mick Gray. Actually, you know what I will do? What I think I will do is go back to the start and just see how everyone got through that first... No, would Blimp do it better, you think? Let's see how everyone gets through that first hairpin. Yeah, it was a bad day at the office. And I know he'll be gutted. Let's watch this first hairpin here. Oh, look at that. People everywhere. But look, that's how you do it, isn't it? Everyone got through. Can I zoom in on this? No. Meow. No. Wee. Sorry. That's how you do it, isn't it? Shows you can do it. Interesting. Anyway. Oh, there's a lot of chat that I'm missing now. Yeah, I reckon that was... Oh, someone's gone back there. What's happened there? Someone's got tapped. Oh, I wonder who that is. Anyway, I'll let it roll. Thank you for joining in, guys. Really appreciate you joining me for the stream. I'll be back here next week at the latest for the Australasian Superskips. That'll be the penultimate round of this season. But in between, I'll probably stream a couple of races during the week at prime time Australian time. For those you don't know, the Top Split podcast, I released episode 4 of that today. We had a long chat with Nim Cross Jr., the Chief iRacing Steward. Had a lot of fun talking to Nim, and I recommend if you do have concerns about the protest system and how it works, have a listen to that, because Nim went to great lengths and is very articulate in how he explained it all and the philosophies and the mechanics and how it works. So I'd thoroughly recommend having a listen to that. You can find that at thetopsplit.com, of course, or you can just search for the Top Split on iTunes and what have you, all your favourite podcast mediums. Yeah, I'm glad you like the Top Split. Thank you. Yeah, so otherwise, hit me up on Facebook on the Top Split. Or Monday Night Lights. Yeah, the next race tomorrow night, the Australian Strength of Field race, Monday Night Lights. Dennis, I hope I'll see you there again, mate. He didn't bring his hot dog. Gee, you're harsh. Yeah, Monday Night Lights tomorrow night. We'll be broadcasting on RRTV. Bernie will be pulling a big effort, actually. If he hasn't finished already, he'll be finishing the 12-hour broadcast for the endurance race that's on today. So he did a stint in the morning for a couple of hours. I think he was going to do 4 hours, and he was calling for extra people because I think he was going to fly solo for 4 hours, which would have been a challenge. But he'll be backing up tomorrow night, hopefully. Great supporter of the Skippies and Australian Club Racing as well. So join us there. You can check that on at excuse me, check that out on RRTV on YouTube. There'll be a link in the forums in the Monday Night Lights thread. Help a dog. All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. Same time, same channel next week, or alternatively a couple of races during the week. So thanks again for joining in, and I'll sign off for now and catch you later. Ciao for now.